Hi everyone, Adam here, and this is what I've watched for September of 2023. Just a quick overview of some of the movies I've watched in September. So on the 1st of September, I watched The Equalizer 3. I know some people liked it. I thought it was probably the weakest out of the trilogy. The synopsis is: Justice knows no borders. Robert McCall finds himself at home in southern Italy, but he discovers his friends are under the control of local crime bosses. As events turn deadly, McCall knows what he has to do: become his friends' protectors by taking on the mafia. Well, there's a interesting premise there. And look, Denzel Washington is fine, with Dakota Fanning in a supporting role. I just found this one to be a bit dull, and the action was really spaced out. It's a well-made movie, I'll give it that. But look, I just thought it was just not the best in the franchise. On the 8th of September, I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. The synopsis for this one: a new generation of heroes will rise straight from the sewers. After years of being sheltered from the human world, the Turtle Brothers are out to win the hearts of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers through heroic acts. Their new friend April O'Neil helps them take on a mysterious crime syndicate, but they soon get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. Yeah, okay, so this is the animated movie. I'll give them credit for actually casting teenagers in the roles of the Turtles, because you have a look at some of the other Turtle movies, they all sound like middle-aged men, or most of them do sometimes. But, I had fun with this. I thought the story was pretty good, and the animation was interesting. Kind of looked a bit like what they did in the Into the Spider-Verse movies, but also had its own kind of look to it as well. And the supporting voice cast do a really good job too. So I think, there's a callback to some of the other Ninja Turtles movies. I think if you're a fan, you can enjoy, if you're a fan of TMNT, I think you could enjoy this. On the 10th of September, I watched The Nun 2. The synopsis for this one is: the greatest evil in the Conjuring universe, 4 years after the events at the Abbey of St. Carter, Sister Irene returns once again and comes face to face with the demonic force Valak the Nun. It's not awful, but it's not great. There's a few jump scares, and it's kind of what you'd expect. And the performance from Taissa Farmiga, she did a good job. I never know if I'm pronouncing her name right. But, you have to remember things from the original The Nun, which I don't remember a lot of it. Look, I found this to be kind of average. It's not awful, it's not great, it's watchable though. On the 16th of September, I watched Blue Beetle. The synopsis is: Jamie Reyes is a superhero, whether he likes it or not. Recent college grad Jamie Reyes returns home full of aspirations for his future, only to find that home is not quite as he left it. As he searches to find his purpose in the world, fate intervenes when Jamie unexpectedly finds himself in the possession of an ancient relic of alien biotechnology, the Scarab. Another superhero film, which isn't too bad, but not great either. I thought the performances from Xylo Marduina, I don't know how to pronounce his last name either, and George Lopez was pretty funny. Most of the cast are alright. I didn't think it was a bad film. I didn't think it was great either. And it has some decent moments, but it's just kind of so-so. It looks good. It looks great, though. And the special effects are pretty decent. But I wouldn't say the plot was great, to be honest. So yeah, I just give it an average watch for me. On the 23rd, I watched Retribution. This is a Liam Neeson starring action film. Here's a synopsis. All roads lead to the truth. When a mysterious caller puts a bomb under his car seat, Matt Turner begins a chase across the city to complete a specific series of tasks, with his kids trapped in the back seat and a bomb that will explode if they get out of the car. An everyday commute becomes a twisted game of life and death as Matt follows a stranger's increasingly dangerous instructions in a race against time to save his family. Doesn't that sound exciting? And while Liam Neeson is fine in the role, he pretty much can do this type of role in his sleep now. Couple of biggest problems is his kids were obnoxious from the start, and of course they get to, as the movie progresses, they get to respect him. But you always remember they were obnoxious from the very beginning. Also has a twist that if you've seen a movie, you'll guess it straight away. And as I was watching it, I was thinking, well, what happens if he farts? Will that trigger the mechanism? Okay, I think of juvenile stuff sometimes. And on the 28th, I watched Saw X, obviously the latest in the Saw franchise, with return of John Kramer. I won't go really into plot details. I'll tell you one thing, I did like how much screen time Jigsaw gets in here, John Kramer. It is the longest Saw movie, but it kind of has what you'd expect, but it also does something a little different. I mean, I wouldn't call it the best in the series, nor is it the worst. We all know Saw 5 is the worst in the series. But yeah, of course, there's some returning characters in this. Yeah, I kind of like how they did something different and they made John Kramer somewhat sympathetic. I said when I did in my quick thoughts that, some people say John Kramer isn't a murderer. He is. He wouldn't stand up in a court of law. Imagine being the judge. Your traps were designed to kill people. Yeah. Well, they killed people. Well, I didn't kill them. My traps did. That would not work in a court of law. Not that I'm a lawyer. Shocker. No. I just put it this way, there's enough in there to satisfy Saw fans. So, yeah. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for what I watched for September of 2023. Let us know, have you seen any of these? What did you think? As always, these are just my opinions. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.